Well, ladies and gentlemen, so welcome to our Planets through Ascendant series. And today we're going to be covering our series of Moon in the ninth house in the sign of Aquarius for Gemini Ascendant people. And what happens when Moon is in the ninth house in the sign of Aquarius while it's ruling the second house with the sign of Cancer. And as always, if you do not know where your moon is placed, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, all the astrological details, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, consultation, and a link to my academy, Maga Vedic Astrology Academy. And yes, there was some issue with the payment in the last 2 days with the academy, but it's back on. And so it's actually even better now because I have several options of payments now instead of just like PayPal. Let's get started with Moon in the ninth house in Aquarius. So with Moon in the ninth house, the very first thing we see is that this person will have to travel a long distance constantly to be part of large organization, meaning to go to conferences. They're going to have to go to conferences to earn money. They're going to have to travel to earn money. And most definitely, they will love science and research. There will be this zeal for scientific research, medical research, wanting to know how something works, either from a microcosm level or microcosm level. So macrocosm or microcosm level. And one of the things you will understand that this person's habits, their eccentric behavior will come through the father, through genes of the father. There's going to be a strong domination and mental effect on this individual through the father. Whether good for or worst, you'll have to see that for the chart. What kind of an impact Moon is receiving in the ninth house. Are there heavy planets sitting with the Moon? So you can see that maybe through some psychological issues, abandonment issues with the father, one became this eccentric person. And what happens is this person usually desire to leave their familiar settings and wanting to be in isolation. They want to be in isolation. They're like, I don't belong here. Like one feels like they don't belong in the family that they're born in. And usually that is a case. That a person may be born in a completely different setting, different world, and they just have to kind of take birth in this life to learn some lesson or pay off some remaining karma. So they usually feel like, I don't get along with anybody in my family, or my family's so different. Family could be of scientist and you become a tarot reader. When these things happen, definitely there's going to be some connection with you being off from a completely different side of the world. There's also love for going on pilgrimage related to Kali and Durga. One will go on pilgrimages for Kali and Durga. Even a Caucasian person can go, even a Russian person can go. It's funny actually. Whenever I see anybody from Russia, Romania, Lativa, man, these guys are so well versed in the Hindu culture. Like there's really like an upsurge of, or I would say even a renaissance of Hindu culture in these places. One of the other things we see is that father could also earn his money being a spy. There's a strong indication father could earn his money being a spy. Or somebody who's in surveillance, somebody who is dealing with monitoring things, looking at things, is everything working fine from behind the scenes. The other thing we also see with this particular moon is that at one point in life, one will lose money because of their intoxication. Now, this can have a literal meaning. This can have a metaphoric meaning. Literal meaning, you could be drunk and you can just put $5,000 in the stock market on some stupid stock that never goes up. You could be intoxicated within love, and you travel somewhere to meet someone and they kind of like make you spend all your money. There's always little twist comes in. And one thing we also see is usually a person's wealth and luck increases in distant lands. But one major thing you will notice about this person is that there's two ways to go about this. One, they're overly emotional about religious societies and horror cultures, or they will be overly emotional about their father. It's going to be one or the two, sometimes even both, but definitely one or the two will be there. Okay? So this is my analysis of moon in the ninth house for Gemini ascendant people. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. If you want to know where your moon is placed and all your astrological details, book reports, consultations, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.